Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back for some more Dominion 6. Last time I think we did M.A. Katis, right? I mean, a lot of poison. Nasty little poison nasties. Also, mostly still a lot of death. Just skeletons. For this one, we want to go a very different route. We don't want to be poison, death, nastiness. And we're going to go back to the Warhammer mod. Yeah, we're going back to the Warhammer mod. There's a lot of nations still all over the place I want to play as, but, you know, we'll bounce around. I've added in the community memes mod, which gives AI pretenders a bunch of preset builds, some of which are kind of memey, but some of which are just good. I'm a little wary of it because I did try a solo game with it a little bit ago, and I was doing well. And then I got to the Vanheim capital, and there was a sacred geyser, you know, like a monolith kind of thing. And it had 9, I think it was like 9 fire, 8 water. And they had actually leveled up evocation. And I just couldn't even, I tried once because I just didn't know. And I lost like 300 troops to it because it just like immolated itself or something over and over, and like just nothing could get close to it and nothing could really hurt it. And then I tried a second time throwing in a lot more mages to try to like paralyze it or something. And yeah, it didn't work. Although I think my problem there was I didn't put them on advance and cast spells, so I think they were out of range for a lot of stuff. Anyways, we're going to give it another try, because I think it could be interesting to force me to sort of adapt to something that might be more popular or common in multiplayer. I do have Gathering Sturm enabled, although it's not compatible with Warhammer, and actually it's not compatible with Trusted Research, and I guess I'd rather just have Trusted Research than the handful of balance changes that it makes. Other than that, pretty much as is. Okay, so let's create a world, and I think we're gonna go on that archipelago map again. I really like that one. We're gonna give that one another shot. It's gonna be maybe 27. Okay, it's 27. It's worrisome to keep this running log of it, but there it is. All right, and so for Warhammer, we've played as the Tomb Kings, we've played as the Skaven, we've played as the Dwarves, we've played as the Greenskins, and I have also played. Oh, we also played as Cathay, and I've also played on my own. Well, not on my own, with Lego. I did Zarnagrund, the Chaos Dwarves, which were pretty interesting and fun. But this time we're going to go with Kislev, because I like Kislev. You know, the fantasy Russians. They get bears. They get a lot of water magic. It's going to be fun. For player count, now I have forgotten what's player count. It's 11 land stars, 1 underwater start. Right. So let's set these to difficult. Whoops. Could do a disciple game sometime, but yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus me, and then plus 1 random water. The rest are all land. Okay, and we'll put them all on standard. It's good. And Bob's your uncle. Let's go. All right, Kislev. Land of contrasts. Land of hard people, bitter winters, and constant threat of chaos incursion, but also a realm of storied culture, great natural bounty, and constant examples of humanity's warmth and perseverance. Yes, to the people of Kislev, It is simply the motherland. All right. So we prefer cold +2. So heavy cold scales. We have hard hitting infantry, massed archers and horse archers, charged focused cavalry, and bears. Oh yes. We have strong water magic, some glamour, nature, and earth. Our average priests, but our temples automatically train 1 war bear per month. Oh yes. The bears will be in fighting force. And we have cold limit +1 on our scales. So we can't really go that warm if we wanted to. Or we can go really cold if we want to. Which we might. We are hardy people. Alright, so commanders, we have a mounted scout. We have a different mounted commander with unsurroundable and mobile archer. We have a Tsarist officer with a patrol bonus 20. Tax collector, defense organizer 2. So increase PD by 2 points each turn to a maximum of 19. Patrol bonus of 20 is pretty big. Very easy then for us to just have one of these in everything. We don't have to spend any money on PD. We just have to spend 90 gold and 18 resources. And we can throw these in every province we take. That's the idea. Bear handler. He comes with a bear. A war bear at the start of each battle. He's got animal law, cold resistance, snow move, tight rain. So this means that undisciplined units can actually be given orders. He's got Beastmaster +3, so +3 morale to any animals that he commands. And unsurroundable. If 1 or more bear handlers are present in a province, unrest will be decreased by 2 each turn. Excellent. So yeah, I mean, ideally, this is who you're going to want controlling all your bears. Due to the tight rain and +3 morale. Boyar. Alright, you know, pretty standard. 1 gold star, 100 leadership. Not bad. The warrior priest of Ursun, level 2 priest. Combat caster, 50 leadership. The sacred. Yeah, you know, maybe. Ungol Crone. Okay, so 1 death, 1 nature. A 5% chance to get into blood. So, you know, I mean, that's not bad. Because theoretically, you could make a lot of these guys. They're not, like, completely worthless. Just kind of mostly worthless. And then, you know, for every 20 you make, one of them will probably have a blood. And then that's an easy way to get into blood, because then they can blood search. And there you go. Ice Wizard. This is, of course, what we're actually going to be making. Because 1 air, 2 water is far more useful in my mind. And 11 research is not too shabby. Also, Amber Wizards. 1 earth, 2 nature. Also, Beastmaster. Okay. I mean, yeah. So we're probably just going to be bouncing between those. But we also have the Jade Wizard, which is 1 water, 1 nature, and then air, earth, or glamour. This is Moss Body spam, baby. All of our bears having Moss Body is very nice. Very nice. And the Gray Wizard, capital only, glamour 2, and then either air or death. Which does mean we've never gotten to cast it. I wonder if this will be the run. Where we finally get to cast Wailing Winds. Which is a battlefield-wide enchantment. It's 4 glamour, 1 air. Continuously targets every enemy on the field with fear. Theoretically, it's an obscenely strong spell. It's just... It used to be far, far more prevalent because it was like death and air. It was like 3 death and 1 air or something like that. But now it got a lot harder because it got split over to glamour, and not many factions have glamour and air. But we have one here. We just got get this up to 4 glamour. I haven't really looked at almost any glamour boosters, so we'll see. And then the Ice Wizard Lord. Here you go. 1 air, 3 water, and then another air or earth. It's got cold power, combat caster, skilled rider. Doesn't have amazing protection stats or anything. I wonder if we could thug this out. Because he could get some pretty good water elementals going every battle with some nice temp water gems and stuff. And then just like blasting with some heavy water magic. Maybe. We'll see. Units. We have the Gospodar Axeman. Pretty cheap. 18 slashing damage on an axe. That's not lightweight, but only 10 attack. Otherwise, pretty average stats. It's our cheapest unit, though. Usually we skip over that. Gospodar Crossbowman. So crossbows in middle age is always kind of nice. Not many factions get that. You got range 40 on those, 12 attack, 11 piercing. Which is kind of a good threshold where it can definitely hurt a lot of stuff, but potentially not our own stuff. And we will have maybe nature for poison arrows. Free infantrymen. Not so free. Chaos recruitment, so in turmoil they're cheaper. Yeah, which is 1 gold less per level of turmoil. It's not really a super strong incentive there. They have a short sword and an axe, so on the flank they could hurt pretty damn hard. I mean, that's quite a lot of damage. Maybe. Maybe. They are relatively cheap, but it's not insanely cheap. Kossars. So they've got a fucking big-ass battle axe, 2-handed. But they also get composite bows, range 40, 13 pierce, firing every round. So, in a lot of ways, that's just better than the crossbow. In many ways. But it is more likely to hurt our own troops. And that's what I'm always worried about. The Heavy Kossar. So they have basically the same setup, but they get scale mail to bump up their protection to 13 compared to 10. But they do cost 5 more resources. Yeah, that's it. 5 more resources. Yeah, by and large, I would, if I was going to do this, I'd pick the Heavy Kossar, but that's because I tend to like scales. I mean, yeah, for every, like, 2 of these, you could get 3 of these, basically. And archers do benefit from kind of critical mass sort of stuff. Kossar Streltsy. Okay. So they get Bardish's length 3, 23 slash damage. Which is nuts. And then they get heavy drop bows. Range 10, 14 attack, 15 pierce. 1 shot. So this is almost like a javelin. So literally they just fire off this insane short-range shot, and then they just drop the bow and pull out their big-ass Bardishas. Damn, this might be just our front line. If we can get some, like, you know, Soldiers of Steel and stuff on here. And Strength of Giants, I mean, my god. Their only downside is they don't have a shield. So they themselves will fall to some alternate, you know, enemy fire. But, yeah, it's a strong contender. Sarguard, capital only. This is our big, heavy infantry. 28 resources each. They get a long axe, length 2, 20 slashing damage. Kite shields, 18 protection. Pretty damn solid. Low MR, though, of course. I would say they're balanced. I mean, again, you always got to consider Ulm, right? Ulm's infantry has like 23 protection, the black plate stuff. So, you know, and they, I'm pretty sure, can get length 2 weapons. It's solid. I mean, it's not mind-blowing, but it's solid. It is capital only, and we'd have to go kind of heavy on scales for productivity. Ungol Horse Archers. Yep. These will die in fucking droves with 1 protection, no shields, 11 hit points. Just fucking expensive chaff. I don't know what to do with them. If someone wants to send me a video or something of how to properly use horse archers, by all means. Here we have our regular cavalry. They do get shields. They don't have much better protection, though, at 8. And the steeds, this is definitely like a light cavalry. They get the lance, charge bonus, 13 piercing, and it doesn't break, so that is their main weapon, which is kind of good. And they're fast as fuck. 28 combat speed is obscenely fast. So they could rush down the commanders. But will I actually make them? Hard to say. Then we get the dwarves. Norse dwarf warrior. We get 5 of these per turn. They're not super cheap, but they get 23 slashing damage, great axes, a 19 protection, 13 MR, 13 morale. They get a siege bonus and a castle defense bonus, and they have dark vision. They are slow, of course, they're dwarves. But on a flank, these things would fucking open some cans up. No doubt. No shields, but again, yeah. So it's tricky. It's like, how do you avoid them catching some arrows? Although 19 protection is very strong. So you can't put them too far forward that they're just gonna, like, intercept the charge. But they're also very slow. But quickness. We are water, ice nation. We will have access to quickness. So a platoon of these guys quickened would be very painful. Winged Lancer. Okay. So this is our medium cav. 25 combat speed. They got 14 protection, 16 defense. Pretty solid. They got a winged lance, 16 pierce. Once per battle. And it also does a little bit of a fear action. Not bad. And then they switch to their 18 slashing damage falchion. And the steed has 15 protection. Not bad. Especially with Soldier of Steel thrown on it or something. Not bad. The Griffin Legionnaire. Okay, now we're getting into heavier cav territory. They get shields, 16 protection, 16 defense, the winged lance, 19 slashing damage falchions. Scale barding on the mounts. Expensive, but potentially very strong in the rear. Hussar Wagoneer. Now this is, I don't know what to make of this thing. We can make 2 of these per turn. The Wagoneer, the wagon itself has 48 hit points, size 8, 17 protection. It's got trample, 2 hooves, 16 combat speed. Okay, then there's the Wagoneer, the pilot of it, I guess. 12 protection, 11 defense, mobile archer. They got a crossbow, and then you've got all the crew, which all have composite bows, 13 protection, 11 defense. It seems a little memey, perhaps. I mean, the trample's always good and strong and stuff. But it is fucking expensive. 110 gold, 103 resources. And then you gotta think about upkeep, you know? We're not gonna make many of these, but we'll give it a try, probably. Alright, then we got our Sacred, Brother of Ursun. Dual-wielding axes. With ambidextrous 3. Which is pretty great. 20 slashing damage on those. 18 protection, 13 hit points. Yeah. I mean, basically just kind of a better version of the dwarves. In a lot of ways. And they're sacred. So, as much as I like the idea of the dwarves, you'll Probably end up going with some of those. Then we have Knight of Urson. Bear Riders. Yeah, they get a length 3 glaive, 22 slash piercing damage, 18 protection, 14 defense, 14 hit points. Again, we have shitty MR kind of across the board. Not cheap, 70 gold, 51 resource for these. And not incredibly fast either, but again, quickness can solve some problems. And the Armored Bear wearing partial plate barding, 21 protection, 40 hit points, size 5. Yeah. And a 20 slashing damage claw, 22 damage bite. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. And then we get some other stuff here. So we can get Bears of Kislev. I assume this is a summon spell. So these are Sacred Bears. 40 hit points, 9 protection. 7 MR is very, very low. They are undisciplined unless they're under a bear tamer. But man, oh man, 20 claw damage, 22 bite damage. Whew, doggy. Depending on how many of these we can get regularly, it's hard to say. But we get a free war bear at every temple every turn. These things are even a bit better. 40 hit points, 10 protection, 13 morale. Again, that's plus 3 under the bear tamer, so 16 morale. 9 defense, 20 combat speed is very nice. Good lord. And the 20 and 22 damage attacks. We can also get the Avatars of Urson. These are Commander Bears, of course. This is probably where we'd look for Thugness. They got magic attacks, 2 claws, a bite, and Breath of Urson, which does magical cold AoE. Leaving a lingering cloud where it hits. He's a level 3 priest, air 1, water 2. Susceptible to fire but cold and poison resistant. Doesn't need to eat. He's got a chill aura of 10, which is huge. Spirit sight, strength of the winter, so he's stronger during the winter and stuff. Cold power, he's more powerful in cold. Ice protection 2. So if we can keep the place fucking cold and cast like what's that? What's that one winter spell? Wolven Winter? Yeah. Wolven Winter is a ritual spell you can cast. 3 water, costs 5 gems, but it increases the cold scale of a location by plus 3. So cast that with some guy and then send the lesser avatar in, and I mean, this is big. Ice protection 2, that's like plus 2 protection for every cold scale. That's pretty big. And he can throw quickness on himself and personal mist form. Yeah, pretty strong. Then there's a greater one that's even better. It gets Earth 2 as well, just for kicks and regeneration. Yes, this would be. I mean, he loses some ice protection, but he comes in with 20 protection anyways and 115 hit points. This is like a fucking pretender chassis that we get. And he's a Dominion. Yeah, this is a pretender. I don't know how tricky it's going to be to get this, but I want one. We're going to try to prioritize that. Then there's some other stuff, independent heroes that we can get, Ice Queens, the Red Tsar, stuff like that. But I think we get the idea. All right, so bears are going to be an important part of our strat. So when you're talking about sacred animals, I would say probably the best thing to get is going to be either regeneration or fortitude. Half damage from all pierce/blunt weapons. I think that's pretty good. And that, I mean, regen is very strong, but this would also help, say, if we want to get the Brothers of Urson. Because they wouldn't really benefit much from regen, but they would benefit a lot from half damage. So that's what I'm thinking. I think we want fortitude, and then I would also say we want some astral to get to bump up some MR. Because if you look at the MR on this guy, it's 12. On the bear, the Knight of Urson, it's 10. The Armored Bear, it's 9. That would be where our weak spot is, by and large. So we want enough to get Fortitude and maybe 2 or 3 MR. Is what I'd be thinking about. So, you know, we don't want to go... We probably don't want to go in prison because we are going to want that Fortitude. But it's not... We're going to have to go dormant, I would say is the most likely. I don't know if we got any unique ones here. Doesn't really look like it. And the Warhammer mod doesn't seem to give out a lot of discounts. All right, so we need Earth Astral is sort of would be ideal with a bonus to order. Why not? Statue of Order. That is an old classic. And that is one of the very few that has Earth Astral. I mean, this is like a no-brainer for me, I think. So we're going to take this. We got to go pretty heavy into this. Earth 7 to get Fortitude. And then we'd have to go maybe that to get double MR. Dormant. That's what we have to play with. We'll go 3 on the cold scale to be very cold. We do want productivity. We might want some growth. I think that. I mean, chat. Research. 11's not bad. 11's not the end of the world. And I hate taking misfortune. So I think we'll just stick with that. Pretty basic. Alright, that's what we got. I'm mostly happy with that. I think Fortitude will be pretty significant on the Bears. Yeah. Keratos. All praise Keratos. Alright, I don't remember what throne setting we had last game. We have 12 nations in play. So I think usually I would just double this number. There's 16 thrones. And we'll still just go for... Every time I bump it up to 5 thrones required, I get like... Or I like think it's still on 4, and then I'm like, oh fuck, that's right, I have to get 5. But it's probably reasonable. That's like less than a third of the thrones on the map. It's probably reasonable. Okay, let's start. Okay, so we're where Vanheim was last time. So if we can get Lish and get a fort right there, we have a strong spot as a defensive location. Ideally, we'd get these 3 as well. Because then, you know. But whoever is here is going to obviously have a big problem with that. But that is a spot to kick out from. You can also go down here. Because that spot right there is a good spot for a fort. It's connected to this. And there's not many other ways up into the caves. And then I would say Mir is a very strong spot for a fort. And then, I don't really want to build a fort in Old Man Mountains, but it could be viable. Probably if I build a fort in Lish and Old Man Mountains, I am cutting off resources to my capital a bit. But those 4 spots would be the most viable. I certainly set my sights high. Let's scout, and let's go straight up here and see who we're pissing off if we take Lish. I don't think we have any level 3 priests or anything, nor would I really want to wait. We got level 2s. Prophetize. So what do we want to recruit? Well, we could start getting the Brothers of Ursun, because they are going to be pretty damn nice. But they have no shield, very low defense, and 18 protection is not obscenely high. They're really not going to be frontliners. Maybe if I had Fortitude, but I don't. Knights of Ursun are just too damn expensive at this point, so that's not an option. We can go with the Sar Guards, though. They do have shields and 18 protection, so they'd be a little bit more viable. But I think we really want to try out these Streltsy with the drop bows. The thing is, like, I don't have that many shielded warriors. I don't have that much shielded infantry. It's the Sar Guard or the Axeman. So we're going to be kind of vulnerable to archery fire until I get some bigger buffs online. And that's just the way of it. So it might be beneficial then to have my own counter archers. Like just Kosar. Okay, so let's see. We want to go the Streltsy route. And then maybe some Kosars. And just do that. And then for mages, we're going to be pretty much bouncing between the Ice and the Amber and the Jade. But the Ice is the cheapest. I'd argue maybe the Jade is the most useful early on, because Moss Body's pretty easy to get. But I don't usually send out that many mages early on, so it's kind of a moot point. I guess I'd rather just accumulate funds, so we'll go with the Ice Wizards for now. Alright, research. Oh boy. We didn't really look at our national spells, so let's do that. Summon Bears of Kislev. 4+ bears for 5 nature gems. Well, that is more generous than I thought. That might change my consideration here. Rhyme Power. Basically, the spell summon water power, but restricted to land instead of water with added path requirements and 1 extra level of research required. I'll take it. Okay, so this will bump our water mages from 2 to 3. Very nice. Summon Lesser Avatar of Ursun. 30 water gems. Requires 3 water. But that's at level 5 conjuration. 7, though, we get Greater Avatar. 4 water, 1 earth, 40 water gems. But my god, is it going to be good. We have to get all the way up to 7 conjuration. Frost of Kislev. Evocation 3, area effect 4+, precision -2, it's inaccurate. 14+ cold magic damage, armor piercing, and leaves a lingering cloud. Basically a lesser version of Falling Frost, earlier in research and with a lower path requirement, but less range, damage, and area effect. But we're going to have a lot of cold resistance on our troops. That being said, it's still a fuck ton of damage. But that would be pretty strong. Very early on, just throwing a couple water mages with the summon Rhyme Power and just dropping Frost of Kislevs on the battle, and like just like the first few turns. It's also Lesser Ice Strike, area effect 3+, precision 1, low, very low fatigue, 16 magic slashing damage, and leaves a cloud, but it's not armor piercing or negating. So heavy armor is quite effective, but still strong. Okay. Hoarfrost Blades. Area effect 1. Basically, the earth spell Weapons of Sharpness, so it gives slash or piercing melee weapons AP damage. But in the water path, lower range, higher fatigue cost. Okay. And we don't get a higher version of that, so it's just area effect 1. It's very low. Hard to say on that. Okay, and then, yeah. Just to see if there's any, because I can't view all from this screen. Just to see if he threw in any fun custom magic items, but it seems like most nations in the Warhammer mod don't get that. So. Yeah. Okay. All right, then, I mean, we want Conjuration. It's pretty good. But I would also say our Evocation is not a bad route. But... yeah, that's the thing. We're not going to actually get much Earth going. Not until our Pretender comes in and can make Earth boots. Then all these Amber Wizards can be Earth 2, Nature 2, which is pretty nice. And until then, they can summon bears for us, which is pretty damn good. And they can do group bark skin, which is pretty good. But the Ice Wizards can drop fucking Falling Frost and get Summon Rhyme power. So it's kind of hard to say. That's why I kind of want to bounce between the two. And I guess that's what we'll do. But for research, yeah, we're not going to have much nature gems. It's alteration 4 for group bark skin, so that's a ways off. Evocation, Frost of Kislev is evocation 3, but I really want summon rhyme power for conjuration 3. Oh boy, it's a lot of decisions here. We also are going to want quickness, which I think might also be alteration. Yes. And that's personal mist form as well. So alteration is pretty significant for us. I think we're going to go down that first. Then conjuration, and then finally evocation. I think that's the plan. Alright, about 70 militia, archer, heavy infantry. We got a throne next to us with long dead horsemen like Cav. Heavy infantry, militia, light infantry, barbarians, Beck rides, which are like cavemen, which are like barbarians. And then here, archer, heavy infantry, long dead. Interesting. Alright, well, oh, also we have the Bone Nose tribe 2 spaces away. That is drastically unfortunate. And is going to lead to their very quick demise. Perhaps we put too many nations in. It's a big-ass map, dude. What the hell? Look at all this space. You gotta go right there? Okay. And we got Axemen, blah, blah. They'd get a Warbear. Streltsy. Okay. We're going to try these on fire and keep distance. We'll do it on the enemy archers. We're going to do hold and fire closest. Yeah, I'd put the bear in, but he'll just die. He'll just rush in and die, so we'll rush in. We'll just hold off on that. We'll do some Sermons of Courage, and then Word of Stone. Yeah, I gotta take Lish. Alright, let's see how the Streltsy do. And this archery shit. You should be shooting the archers. You are not shooting archers, so... I don't know what to make of that, but I guess they count as archers. Did I do hold and attack or hold and fire on these things? Okay, they never fired, so I must have scripted something wrong. Okay, fire and keep distance. Might have done some work there. We lost 3 axemen, 1 Streltsy, 1 horse archer, and they did get 9 kills, so not abysmal. No, I had them on hold and fire, but they may just not do it if they're with melee dude. I'm not... Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what happened. Okay. So we took Lish. That's good. I could also take Kuna Iral right away. But we're really going to be pissing on the orcs here. I mean, there's going to be a war. We know that. No way around it. Alright, let's view another battle. See how this one goes. Now, this is against a pretty similar setup. Yeah, they're definitely not firing. So this is just... Streltsy are not playing to their advantage there. The archers are being pretty obnoxious. Did win. Lost 7 axemen, 2 Streltsy. Yeah, okay. It's not bad. We'll head back. Do want you to start constructing. My only concern is that he's going to just die because the orcs are immediately going to attack him now. Look at how empty this is. Why couldn't the orcs be here? That would have been a whole different ball game. And he's just going to have, like... And he's already got his pretender out, and it's probably obscene. Great. Took something. He probably took Trackless Woods. And next he's going to take one of these 2, probably. Unless he wants to go to war. Look at how empty this is. This is nonsense. Does have a lot of troops. Remember, it's mostly chaff. But he does have orc boys and savage orc wog boys. He can't have many of those. I think there's mostly goblin archers. But that's sort of troublesome for me, to be honest. Okay. I guess we'll go with that. Do want to get a bear tamer in here. Bear handler. Handle all these bears. But I guess we're going to take... yeah, let's take this. Assuming the Streltsy actually fire. And we also will want a better commander than this guy. But assuming they actually fire... And we have the archers going. The barbarians shouldn't be much trouble. We will see if I eat those fucking words. Good. Killing some. See that? Let's see the drop bows. Boom, 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 boom. And now the pain starts. I was hoping that might have led to a quick rout, but that was highly optimistic. Ow. Okay. Not great, but the drop bow strat is pretty strong, I think. It got quite a few kills. We only lost 3 of them. They got 26 kills total. A decent number of that was just from the drop bows, so I like that. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's keep going. Oh, man, he just... if we look at army size, look at that. That's him. This is us. He has like twice as many troops as I do. So that's good. That's damn good. Oh, and here's Cathay. Yeah, we ended up with a bunch of Warhammer nations here. What do we got? Ulm, Katis, Machaka, Vanarus, Earlier, Nehekar, the Tomb Kings, Bretonia, Karazakarak, the Dwarves, Bono's tribe, of course, the Goldtooth tribe, the Ogres, us, and Cathay. So we have 7 Warhammer nations and 5 vanilla. That's pretty close. That's a pretty close balance. But there were some other modded nations kind of in the mix there. That could have been. Yeah, we want to get more temples everywhere, especially because we get bears out of them for free. Alright, there we lost 14 Streltsies. That was a lot more painful. Now, they only got 11 kills. That means there was some friendly fire. So I'm not too pleased about that. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty significant loss. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Should I just go with Axemen then? Streltsies and Axemen. Or should I go with Streltsies and start building Sacreds to come in from the side and just cut out archers entirely? We do have the bears. The bears. And I could start making Brothers of Ursun. Can do that. It's not bad. That's not many bears. Also, we wanted a better commander, which would be either the Boyar. Pretty much the Boyar is our best option. Alright, build a Boyar. Chef Boyardee. Alright, he's not quite forced into a war just yet, but if I take Mir now, he will go to war with me. Like 100%. He has no other option. He won't take the throne. But I think I need to get more troops. So what we can do is throw money at PD. Just take a look at how our PD stacks up. We do get axemen, crossbowmen. Okay. We don't get just shitty indies. We do get our own troops. Kind of nice. On the Glen of Verdant Greenery. Yeah, it sure looks like that's what you'd find there. And we got our Palisade in Lish. Excellent. Let's just go ahead and make it into a fortress. I can start making some Streltsy out of there. Okay. I'm not sure. Friendly fire on archers isn't great. Yeah, I'll leave you here. Okay, I mean, he's got a lot of chaff, but that's the thing. He has a lot of chaff. So, I think if I had evocation and we just threw our water mages in there, that might be something we could do. That could be something. Did we get... Okay, I did get Moss Body. Our Moss Body on our Sacreds is going to be pretty nice. I wonder if he did throw himself at the throne. He lose a lot? No. Move. I don't know where he moved to exactly. He doesn't have that many options. And we have the bears. Yes, some bears. All right, let's move back over here. We do want Mir. That's the thing. For the long run, we want it. And I guess yeah, I don't know how long I can delay this war. Okay, like that he can just skip over that. All right, sure. All right, I guess we'll take Mir. Did lose a bunch there. It was either against me or it was against the throne. I think it was against the throne. The AI does tend to do that from time to time. Alright, so we're going to have them... Oh, they are pretty fucking fast. Maybe we'll put them on rear. We got Sacred, so now you can use Divine Blessing. Good. Just stay behind troops. It's fine. You're going to hold and attack closest. You're going to hold and fire archers. Yes, that's all correct. The Streltsies. We got the Kosars. Got these guys, which are speed 9. So they are a bit slower. So we can do something like that. And then the bears. Yeah, I mean, until I get Moss Body, not much else I can do with them. Okay, 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 okay. Now we can join the fight. Oh, excellent. You stay behind troops. You're going to cast a couple Moss Bodies. Then throw a personal bark skin on yourself so you don't get popped. And then probably just Earth Grip. It's not bad. You're going to go right here with the bears. Now they take up 2 to a square. So he can get 4 of the bears with Moss Body. But that's better than none bears having Moss Body. Alright, let's see it. Let's see it, see it, see it. Okay. Streltsies on the drop bows. I don't know if they all fired there. And obviously these guys got caught up on the fucking horse archers, so they were late. Didn't work out super well. Bears, fucking shredded. And will continue to shred. 40 hit points is a lot. So we lost 1 Kosar, 6 Streltsies. The brothers of Ursun got a little caught in the weeds there. Alright, go there instead. Okay, we're gonna fucking take it to him. My hope is that he sends most of these guys straight into the throne this turn. Possibly loses them all. And then he's just down and out. That's the hope. Do you think we need another priest to build some temples? Because we want more bears. And we want to fight, you know, in cold. Although this is damn cold. We're starting to actually kill off our pop. Excellent. Have you do the exact same thing. Try to get all our bears having Moss Body. That, I mean, if we have perfect coverage, then we'll get all of them with Moss Body. We'll see. We shall see. We got Machaka right here. Is probably going to try to take Old Man Mountains, but that has a big stack, so it might buy us some time. Here. Still working on that. Alright, we got Keratos. That's excellent. Let's take a look at this one. It's hefty. This can't be just PD, right? He must have moved something in. Why is there a bear? What? Oh, because the bear tamer always comes with a bear. That's right. And now it's gonna... Oh, now they have the fortitude. Holy shit. And the drop bows firing. Excellent. He summoned a fire elemental, but that won't save him. The bears are going to be strong. Alright, so the problem is... Okay, well, it wasn't that big of a problem. We lost 7 Streltsies. And 6 of those were from the Savage Orc Boar Boy Biggins. Which is, admittedly, a pretty tough troop. Look at that. Invulnerable 10, Berserker 2, Ambidextrous 2. They don't have super amount of protection otherwise, but yeah, Invulnerable is always annoying. And they have 17 hit points. And the War Boar has 26 hit points, and the Invulnerable 10 as well with the Tusk. So, all things considered, not too bad. And I'm glad we killed him. We got the Fortress in Lish, which is great. We can get more Streltsies. Why don't you head here? And I think we're going to take it to him. Feeling kind of confident. I don't know if we can actually storm it and wipe him out, but I feel confident we can besiege him. We also have Keratos here now, which is good. Right now he's just going to be on research because he's a big boy researching. And, yeah, I mean, man, he could be pretty dangerous if we could just teleport him. So I think we do want to get Thaumaturgy going soon enough. But Alteration 4 for Group Bark Skin will be pretty great. Let's get a temple up in Lish. For sure. Damn him and his stupid heat scales. Also, it's spring now, but it's alright. Mostly matters for the avatars of Urson, so it's fine. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, let's get our Ice Wizard. We have started to destroy the fort. Also, we got a unique hero, Boris Boka the Red Tsar, and his 8 Tsar guards. Alright, so we know we win this. There's no question about that. Oh, it's kind of crazy. It's got a giant. Let's see how the bears fare against that. Also, this freaky little thing. Nosebiter, the Forest Goblin, Great Shaman. They all got fucking... This is bless. Shock weapons, reinvigoration, HP plus 5, strength plus 1, dark vision plus 50. Alright, it's a pretty... HP plus 5, really. Alright, we got the Moss Body Bears taking on the Giant. Alright, they popped one Moss Body instantly. That one got popped instantly. They don't have magic weapons, but they hit very hard. They've got a lot of Goblin Archers. That's the biggest concern. Shredding my Streltsies. I'm surprised I win this, to be honest. Mostly due to the bears. How many bears do I lose? How many archers do I lose? Yeah, the bear supremacy is pretty strong here, as I figured. We lost 3 of the bears, 17 of my 19 Streltsy, 10 Kosars, and 2 of the Brothers of Ursun. Yeah. He lost not as much as I did, but he had, of course, heavy PD on his capital. So, no, and he did take, of course, Ampholia. So he does have more. I can't imagine he has a fort somewhere. But it's now important that I really bolster this. Thankfully, we got Boris Boka, the Red Tsar, right here. Who is pretty fucking nuts, man. Holy shit. 35 hit points. 21 protection, 14 MR, 17 morale, 150 leadership, 19 combat speed, 20 defense. He's sacred, unsurroundable 3 with a shard blade, dealing 26 piercing, slashing, magic damage at length 3. And it has an AoE 1 freezing blast. And he's shielded with a dawn shield. His bear, also sacred, with berserker +2, 18 protection, 50 hit points, 13 defense. 23 damage claw, 25 damage bite. Damn. Not a thug, but he will definitely be participating in the bear charge, for sure. Alright, so we got this. We do have SAR guards. I don't have the, I don't have a bear tamer, so we'll take what we can get. Did I get Alteration 4? Not yet, but I will by the time we get there. Oh, he also took Ardun. And he's probably building fucking palisades as we speak. Can I spare troops to go shut that down? I can send in the bears. Yes. True. They won't be blessed, but they're still very fucking dangerous. And that might work. I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it. So he attacked us in the trackless woods with werewolves that he happened to get. That sucks. Well, it was wolves with a werewolf. We lost the bear handler and all 5 bears. He had far more there than I thought. 10 Savage Orc Boar boys. Yeah. We kept the mages, but that's a pretty bad blow. And now we lost Trackless Woods. Yeah, wiping out a faction early on is not easy. Let it be said. Fuck. Okay. We also want to get... Yeah, we want to get Group Bark Skin, but that's coming soon. Did attack us at his capital. We lost 2 brothers, 3 Kossars, 23 Streltsies, a Sarguard, a horse archer. But we wiped out the remainder of his army, including the werewolf that he sent in there. Puts his numbers at pretty low on the scale now. But it's very likely he's still building. If he does that, we really lose control of this whole thing. I gotta do that. I gotta wipe him out. We can besiege for a while. He can't build any troops. It's fine. We're gonna get a temple built here. And then it's just continuing on and on. I mean, he can build troops out of any of these provinces, like little bitty troops. And that's not great, but we're willing to accept that. I'll get another boyar for the moment. Yeah, I don't know. Just go back for now. Alright, managed to lose a bear. Did I put these too far forward still? Does tend to be what happens. Yeah, damn, they're fast, man. And they're not blessed. That little goblin getting a kill on my glorious warbears. And he did get a palisade here. God damn the AI, man. They are disgusting. The AI disgusts me. Yeah, our main problem is blessing. As usual, if you don't have easy level 3 priests outside of your prophet, you know, it's tough to get all these sacreds blessed. We got him. Once you get a lab built there, we can make more mages. Alright, we did get Alteration 4. That's strong. So we're not far off from using Evocation. I think that's going to be pretty important for the actual storming of the castle. Yeah. Evocation 3 we'll need for that. Then we're going to want Thaumaturgy. Okay. Alright, we lost our last remaining bear, of course. But the walls are moderately damaged. I don't think he has a whole lot there at the palisade, but you know that he's building another one. Because he's a little shit. So I have to try to pop this very quickly. Yeah, I can only bless, one of these packs, and we're gonna go with the brothers. So Godspeed to the war bears there. Cathay took Old Man Mountain, so he is next to my capital. Yeah, I mean, my whole plan kind of fell apart as soon as we had the greenskin capital 2 spaces away from me. Like, it just... This became the focal point of attention, because I couldn't just let him spread and spread and spread. And now I got Bretonia over here to the east. That's why getting the palisade here is important, but I have to win the war against the greenskin. Which is easier said than done. He did attack us at the capital. We lost 2 more brothers, 7 Kossars, 2 more horse archers. I'm not sure where he got this many troops, considering he can't make them. Battle of Trackless Woods was no problem. Moderately damaged at the capital, severely damaged in Kepria. But carries its own issues. Maybe if I just go in, I mean, maybe he has very little. And we can just do this. Throw group bark skin on the guys and throw out some torpor. Actually, Swarm is extremely powerful against little goblins. Just cast Swarm twice. It's 1 gem. Why are you saying no? Screw you. Yeah, okay. Go. Yeah, that's right. Fine. Just get there. Just get there, man. Alright. Yeah. I guess they could have joined, but we'll join at the capital. Okay. Also, we were supposed to build a lot more temples. So that fell apart. Everything fell apart because of this war. This turn, like, 3 war or whatever it was. Unrest in the Trackless Woods. Severely damaged at the capital. Critically damaged at Kepria. Oh, Alm took it over. Okay. I am fine with that. I'm pretty fine with that. I guess go here. Maybe you can help out with that. With group bark skin. We found Katis over here. Always gotta be Katis. Now we can start getting mages out of this place. Or just more priests. Yeah, give me another priest for the moment. But I do need a lot of mages. Why don't you go here to build a lab? Kepria has been breached, and we got Afanazi, the Ice Wizard Lord. 2 air, 3 water. Cold power 1. He's got an ice sword. Yeah, okay. He's just kind of a better version of our ice wizards. For now, you're on research. Or I could have you start site searching. Yes. Why don't you do that? We got priests. Why don't you go here? Group bark skin on the brothers or group bark skin on the Streltsies? Probably. Yeah, we don't have any bless. Although the Streltsies probably benefit from it a lot more. Alright, we'll do group bark skin on the Streltsies. Right there. Alright, this will be interesting. Let's send off a letter to Ulm. I don't really want to fuck with them. I'm not sure. I might want to fuck with Cathay. Because that is a spot. He might fuck with me. We'll see. Construct a lab. We got Conjuration 3. So we can actually now be summoning bears of Kislev. And I think we should have one guy just casting that every round. Until we're out of nature gems. We also got... I don't think we have any death, right? But we do have water. We need Conjuration 4 for Voice of Apsu. That's alright. Alright. Well, let's watch. Could be disastrous, but we'll see. He's got a lot of forest spiders with venomous fangs and webs, and fire ants. We got no blessing, but we do have swarm, which could be good. All the drop bows hit the wolves. Oh, but our brothers hit the venomous spiders hard. We got our Boris Boca trying to get to the rear. Good. Okay, good. I think we got it. Oh yeah, easy peasy. Alright, what did we lose there? We lost the Amber Wizard. It's regrettable. We lost 5 brothers, 10 Streltsies, 1 Sargard. He did have 88, but most of that was wolves. Fire ants were the most dangerous. Probably got the Amber Wizard. But all in all, done. Now you're gonna join the... it's only... Oh, fuck. Is he stuck here forever? Because now it's frozen? I don't think he can leave. Because we don't have Ampholia, and we don't have Raphabolia. So I can't go either way. It's just like... Can't we just make like a... what's the thing? It's in Total War, right? Where you can just have like the permission to move troops through without instigating war. Oh yeah, we were gonna make the Tsarist officer everywhere. Always like an idea that I have that never actually gets represented. Because I always just want more mages. And anything that eats up commander points that isn't a mage is like, meh. Or an assassin. But it is pretty strong everywhere we, just slapping them around everywhere. And I can make 2 per turn pretty damn cheaply for the less than a mage, so I guess let's make them for now. And then more Streltsy. And there are the Bears of Kislev. Not as strong, but with fortitude. Pretty dangerous, and I get a bunch of them. Very, very nice. We need a commander here, something. One of you guys has to go back. Leontil. You're gonna go back real quick, pick up more troops as we prepare for the finale of the Greenskins. Let's purge them from this planet. We're gonna have Evocation 3, so I'm gonna send in all these ice wizards. And it will be glorious. Yay! Non-aggression pact with Ulm. And we found the Garden of Frozen Flowers. And we got Sarina Katarin Bolka, the Ice Queen of Kislev. Jeez. She's like the most important person in our whole faction. Hold +1. And we've breached. Well, now would be the time. Alright, I don't need you. I need Streltsies. And I need brothers. And I need bears. I need Brother Bear. Thank you. Alright, you're coming with... it's going to take us 2 turns now to get back. But we're going to go with you and you and you and you. We will wait. I can wait for the purge of the Greenskins. So, Katarina is level 2 air, level 4 water, level 1 earth. She's got Air Shield, Inspirational +1, Farcaster, Combat Caster, and the Fear Frost Sword, which has Freeze Heart, 20 armor negating, difficult to negate with magic resistance, cold damage. She's pretty strong. Pretty strong. Maybe thuggable in the long run, but mostly just like a good commander. And 19 research is not anything to blink at. Yeah, I cannot leave. Maybe in the summer, because we don't have Dominion here, I can probably hang out. For now, we wait. And the Tomb Kings popped up out of the underground right here. If they go to war with us, we are in big trouble. Okay, I feel like this is just too many nations in this map. Like, this feels cramped as hell. Which I think was also true the last time I played. Yeah, it definitely, it was way too cramped. I was here, right? This was my cap, and then here was Pythium. And then here already was taken by Uruk or whatever. And then Vanheim was basically here. It felt way too... Like, I'm supposed to be entitled to, like, 15 provinces. This feels way too small. I could play this with maybe 7 or 8 factions and I'd be happy. Ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know, man. We also got Sadko, the Ice Wizard Lord. Sure. Just another Ice Wizard Lord. Maybe I'll have uses for you eventually. I mean, they're basically just another mage that I can just put in there. 4 water with rhyme power. It's not bad. I have no money. You are just going to wait here. I guess no, you should always be on patrol. Yeah, I don't know. Just wait. So Machaka and Cathay are almost certainly a war. Boris just has to sit here for all eternity. Yeah, I mean, I could make Streltsies here, for sure. I have no money. Also, we can get more bears. There's one thing I like, it's bears. Yeah, okay. So we're not going to breach this turn, because I'm never sure how that works when bringing in reinforcements. Yeah, I guess we want rhyme power, and then we want, we also have quickness, tempting. But I think we mostly want Frost of Kislev, or we could actually cast Freezing Mist. I wonder if this is just stronger. Creates a lingering cloud, level 4. What does that mean? When it says that, what does that mean, level 4? Cloud effects apply 1/3 of their listed damage, rounded up several times per turn in the squares they affect. To be precise, they apply listed damage plus 2 divided by 3, rounded down to the squares they affect every 1,280 ticks. Since a combat round is 7,500 ticks, a cloud can usually apply very slightly less than 6 times per turn. A cloud will trigger 4 times per point of lingering listed on the spell. So each point of lingering can also be thought of as making the cloud last on field for 68% of a round. Okay. So level 4 lingering then would be 68% of a round, or 0.7 rounds times 4. So almost 3 rounds, which is a long time, really. And this does, but see, what I don't understand is the damage that it applies. There are no lingering, there is no damage listed here. Okay, according to this, a frost cloud deals level +1 cold fatigue and level -2 cold damage. Only freezing mists of level 3 or higher deal damage. Okay. Well, that's what we have. So it'd be level +1 cold fatigue. So 5 cold fatigue every time it hits. And then 2 cold damage. And I'm pretty sure all our guys have cold resistance 5. Are we clear on that? Cold resistance 5, yes. So I should be pretty much utterly immune to freezing mist. Is it actually good in practice, though? For that, I probably have to go to the Discord to see. Okay, yes, it does 5 fatigue, 2 damage. And it can also give the frozen debuff, which gives the unit -3 attack, -3 defense, half combat speed. That seems pretty big. Compare that to Frost of Kislev, which is wildly inaccurate. Area effect 4+, so it would be 5 for our guys with Rhyme Power. 125% casting time, range 25, and then massive armor-piercing frost damage that can and will hurt my own guys. I think Freezing Mist is the plan. Range 30. It's pretty good. I'm gonna just grab this, apply it to all of these gentlemen. As for the priests, it doesn't really matter because we have Divine Blessing, so I don't really care what you do. Try to stay alive. And then we've got these guys that can do group bark skin now. And probably... I do usually like Torpor. Especially with all these fatiguing effects, but I'm worried about that hurting my own dudes. So maybe just web. Okay. Yeah, we need a lot more troops here for this to work. Yeah, maybe just get Moss Body on the brothers. Alright, yeah, but we're not storming just yet. Found the Lake of Living Water in Thunder Oak. Lake of Living Water has been found. Sentient forces dwell below the surface. An attempt to summon the entities residing therein can be made. It is not without danger, for the lake may not want to be disturbed. Well, maybe we'll put a pin on that one. All right. Yeah, I think you can cool it on those guys for now. Get me more ice mages. Okay, eventually. All right. I think we're good. Yeah, he all arrived, so we're good to go here. Got the brothers. Got more mages. One more mage. Gonna be a lot of freezing miss. Problem is, it's a fucking capital. It's gonna have like a lot of troops on the walls and shit. But that gap is gonna be hit hard with freezing miss. But I think we might want to back everything up. to avoid the spellcasters just getting instantly picked off. Something like that. Alright. And away we go. Yeah. Fingers crossed. We'll see how much I've miscalculated, as always. Alright, well. We got a message from the Bone Nose tribe. Wonder what it says. Also, the Bone Nose tribe has been permanently vanquished. So I have a feeling we win this, but let's double check. Okay, it's got like nothing. Here comes the freezing miss. There it is. Jotun Wolf. That is terrifying. Where the hell did you pick up this thing? I mean, it's not actually that dangerous or anything, but it just looks terrifying. Just a drop pose. Obliterated. Oh, they did get frozen. Look at that. All right, now let's... Okay, so they are taking damage from... Yeah, they're taking damage from the short bows. I don't think they're going to take any damage from the cold. And they're getting frozen. I mean, these things are dead men walking. The archers up on the things are tangled, frozen, fucking demolished. Our troops love the cold. And then this, kind of painful. What is it, spamming? Okay, so... Oh, Tangle Thicket. Yeah, it's just going to take some time. Alright, oh, not too much time. And some poison, but that's it. So that's... If he had actually had a bunch of evocation or something, that could have been really, really bad. But we lost 1 bear of Kislev, 3 brothers, 2 war bears. Easy peasy. Yeah. Okay. You killed our god. Yeah, and now you're dead. Capria, Ice Wizard was cursed in Mir. Great. And we lost our Ice Wizard Lord and a Sarist officer. Thankfully, that wasn't Katarina, I don't think. So much for that PD getting built up. Doesn't matter when the fucking Ivy King comes out. Alright. Bono's tribe, no more. That's good. We can all be happy with that outcome. And that does give us some nice extra income, especially once we get rid of his shitty turmoil scales. Jeez. Okay, now I have to disseminate all my troops. Figure out where to take them. I think maybe we want to just take everything I've got currently and move it all into the throne and take the throne. Because that'll help a lot with our Dominion spread. Yeah, fucking Tomb Kings, man. And we know that they've got some solid-ass infantry and stuff. So I'm a little scared. We've got a lot of shields. Streltsy not going to be super effective. But the bears are what we worship. Got 82 more units here. I think maybe we send out Katarina now. Yeah, she can join this fight. But now, yeah. Against undead, it's like, I don't know. Don't they all have obscene, like, cold resistance, usually? So just cast Blind Shards, I suppose. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. Oh, research. Holy shit, research finished. Okay, well, we want Thaumaturgy 4. And then I think we probably want to get... I'm twitching for that Avatar of Urson. It's very tempting. But we could also get Lesser Ice Strikes, which would be pretty strong too. But construction is always good, especially for... I don't think we're going to do golems, though. We got the Avatars of Urson. We don't want some construct. We want strong bear might. But enchantment could get some stuff, including True Shot Warriors for our Streltsies, maybe? Although we don't have much air. Serpent Fang Arrows for the Streltsies. Yes, that could work. Hoarfrost Blades. Giant Strength Warriors, of course, is very strong. Group Regeneration for the bears is very strong. It seems wrong to neglect construction, though, especially because we do want to get Soldiers of Steel. So I think let's go construction 4 at the very least. And we'll make a determination from there. It is a lot of undead horses. And they're not going to rout. So we're really hoping the Streltsy barrage does some wonders here. Except they're going straight for the brothers. But Fortitude is extremely powerful. I mean, look at him eat these fucking multiple lance charges and stuff. Very strong. Oh, there's... Yep, there's the Frost of Kislev. We're really hoping to avoid that. It's definitely on their off script. The bears! 4 brothers, 3 Streltsy, 2 war bears. Not bad. Okay. Good. Good. And also we have now Earlier next to our throne. Great. Fuck. Okay, why don't you go here to patrol instead? We do want someone here. Our prophet. Ivats. He's gonna stay to claim the throne. Everyone else will deal with this other bullshit. Here's Karaza Karak. Still can't afford this. Because we don't actually own that many provinces, but somehow this is still all unclaimed. So that's where we'll be going next. We may take a branch. Well, I don't have that many troops to throw around. Or maybe Leontil. And one of these priests. And maybe one of these guys. No, Moss. No. Why don't you go up there? Alright, we got the silver throne. That was no problem at all. Okay, good. So the silver throne gets us 200 gold per turn. And we could get Adepts of the Silver Order, which are pretty excellent researchers, although kind of pricey. They can also form some big air communions if you wanted to go that route. But I don't think we need that. We trust in Kislev's might, not foreign powers. Okay, pretty good. This is okay. We just need a lot more troops. So let's go here for the moment. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna slowly start turning this around. Slowly expand our dominion. We really need temples, but I'm just so short on cash. It's probably because I'm making too many damn mages. Making mages everywhere. And I'm making Streltsy everywhere. Oh, this melted. We can get Boris out of here. Okay, good. And we're not recruiting anything. We're not doing anything. Let's get him out of here today while it's still summer. Okay. All right. How does Nekahara stack up? Okay, they are currently the largest army in the game. Not ideal. In fact, we would benefit greatly from just trying to be buddies with them and go to war with Bretonia. So let's send off a message to Nekahara. Propose that. Either that or go to war with Cathay, because they're going to be weakened. They're pretty weakened from their war with Machaka. Machaka's on the uprise. We gotta pick a war with somebody. We have to get 5 fucking thrones. Water is kind of an option for us if we get enough construction for like the barrel of air. Or we just cast that thing that lets everybody's troops go underwater. So, otherwise, we got to go to Olier, and hopefully this is still relatively unclaimed. That would be 2. There's... Oh, man, it's dicey. This is 3. 4, but we... Yeah, it's hard to say. That would be 4, 5. I think we have to push into Bretonnia. Like it or not. My only concern is I don't have that many troops. Yeah, I mean, the real problem is... Wow, these are level 2 priests. That is nice. That means this affects 10 squares each time he casts it. He could probably cast it a 3rd time, really. We just want to make sure that we get the bears blessed. And they're going to move right away. So that's the tricky thing. Alright, yeah, we're going to war with Bretonnia, and we have to really hope... we do have Boris here as well. That's right. That adds some troops. We're vulnerable to archer fire up here, but hopefully we can catch our own group barkskin. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully we just have to hope that the Tomb Kings don't come in. No, Tomb Kings. You're not welcome here. That's right, we can also get fucking ferocity on our bears. Give them even more morale and attack skill. Jeez. I don't know if that's better than group barkskin on my main troops, but this is really nice. I just have a lot of buff options. I don't need to take you with. You can do the freezing mist, though. You're not here. Okay, good. So we got you. That should be good. Yeah, I wish I had more earth mage, or nature mage. Yeah, make nature mages. More. Also, we kind of abandoned the bear handlers. And we just have them undisciplined, but I should have bear handlers. I wish I could make those just off fort. That'd be a lot easier. And still never any money to make temples. We need temples. Fuck! Damn it. Eventually I just have to bite the bullet and not make stuff and build temples. That turn, of course, is not today, but someday. Alright, let's check our first battle of this war. Get an idea of what we're up against. Light man-at-arms. 5 protection, 12 defense, 10 hit points. Good God. They do have shields. Got Pegasus Knight. He's got Peasant Bowman. Yeah, okay. I wish I had Soldier of Steel. We still didn't get the X. Getting to Earth is kind of tricky. And we could really benefit from a bear handler. But the bears are hard to stop. Especially when all the guys are fatigued and frozen. Freezing Mist, pretty good. We lost one brother of Urson, one war bear. Yeah, we need a bear handler. That much is evident. And let's look here, where at least all our bears do get blessing. For fortitude. I'm gonna cast frost stuff at me. Boom, 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 boom. Bears. Bears. Drop bows. No, not that shit. Don't cast that. One brother, 2 Streltsy. Friendly fire, of course. Damn, I wish I could just take Falling Frost off their... We got another Ice Wizard Lord. Alright, let's get a boar. Our bear handler. I'm gonna take this to rip out his temple first. And then we'll hit the fortress. Yeah, let's get a temple. Temples are good. You have bears. You have many bears. Good bears. Because we are still spamming that summon bear spell, and I see no reason to stop. Unfortunately, I don't have any other military commanders here at the moment. Oh, yeah, I don't. We'll send you up here. You're going to continue on. Cathay is here. I mean, a war with Cathay is not necessarily inevitable. We'd have to get this, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'd have to go on a tear all the way through Bretonia and presumably some other faction. Unless Bretonia was like here and just went straight down here with no opposition. But even then, I can't imagine there's not enough. This is too much land. So you're probably going to have to fight 2 more wars, but it doesn't necessarily have to be with Cathay. We really just don't want it to be Nehekar. Honestly, Cathay is the weakest nation. It probably would be smart to just tear them out and take that throne. But I hate fighting 2 fronts. Alright, just... Fuck. Just get me one of those. Yeah, the fact you get bears at every temple, it's just, there's going to be a lot of bears. We're never going to have bear handlers for all of them. I think that's a That's a hopeless cause. So we just have to work with what we've got. Alright, Nakara refused the first one. Lost one more brother there. Lost nothing there, that's good. We got another ice wizard. Why are there so many of these guys? Jesus. I really don't need any more ice wizards then. We probably could start making gray wizards to try to get wailing winds. But we're gonna need some magic items. Glamour boosters. If such a thing exists. I'm sure it does. There you go. The Gossamer Veil. But that requires 3. I can't imagine we're going to find something less than that. So an empowerment may be called for here. This is Glamour 3, Earth 2. It's even trickier to get. Yeah, I think we're looking at an empowerment. An Earth 2. So, that's tricky. This isn't necessarily a Wailing Winds nation, I suppose. So we'd have to... Fuck. So, yeah, there's, that's basically it. The Gossamer Veil and the Mirage Crystal are your 2 options. But you can always upcast. You can spend a gem to upcast. So if we get the Gossamer Veil, which we will have to empower just to have him be able to make it. But then he can make those and any one of these guys that we get with 2 glamour and an air can throw on the veil and have a gem, few gems to cast Wailing Winds. That's the best bet. Let's see, temp glamour gems. Well, the vanilla version is the Dream Spool, which gives 1 temp. But we have the gem gen mod. Rather than going through all the items, let me just look on the page. Chromatic Barrier. It's a shield. Okay. Just look real quick. Yeah, see, I think the Gathering Storm mod, even though I have the Gem Gen mod enabled, I think it overwrites it and just removes some items. So I don't think we actually have that, which really sucks. Because that would have been 2 temp gems, which would have solved all my problems. There's also Fairy in a Bottle, but that's Glamour. No, it's Air Nature to make. And it gives 1 temp glamour, 1 temp nature. Which is sort of unique. Oh no, there's Terrafoil, I'm sorry. We probably don't have that either. No. Okay. The fucking gem gen mod just doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, he advertises that it's included. But what he means is it's not included, and don't try to include it because it doesn't work, and get the fuck out of my face. So, I think in the future, if I'm not planning on playing with one of the Gathering Storm factions, we're definitely not going to have it enabled. Because I'd much rather have the gem gen mod. Alright, we still can cast it by carrying gems with the plan that I said. But, yeah, I mean, we're going to have to get a lot of glamour gems. I would say this plan is probably not going to get off the ground. We're mostly just going to be focused on big water magic and the avatars of Urson. That's what I would imagine. Can do Woven Winter. So we could get this into our domain. Also, we have Thaumaturgy 4. So you could actually now be doing gnome lore everywhere. Also, you could be just making... Okay, not yet, but gnome lore. We don't have Voice of Apsu, because that's Conjuration 4. So we'll get that next. That'll allow us to do water everywhere. But we do have Haruspex. So let's get that going everywhere. And actually, you can do, instead of that, just fucking do Auspex. You're the only one there that can do it. Okay, so then we just don't have death or fire. So I could make one of those crones. Yeah, all the gems. The more gems you can get, just kind of the better. And of course, he's got forts everywhere. Single worst part of playing against the AI, in my opinion. Wait, Nehekara is here? How the fuck did he... Where is he coming? What? Where the hell am I? Also, Bretonia is right here. So that's maybe worrisome. How the hell did he get into this spot? Oh, okay, right, yeah, the spot I told you I wanted a fort at the start of the game before the fucking greenskin problem started. Right. Alright, well, we're at war here, so get over there. Nothing. 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 Battle there. Fine. He attacked us in Ragdan. And we fended him off. Nice. Thanks to all those crossbowmen we get. It's a little close, though, for my 100 versus his 18. And then our battle at his fort, perfectly fine. Moderately damaged. Okay. That's good. I think he will try to take this if I don't bolster it, so we bolster. Anything that can hold the line here is good. Alright, we're just going to keep rolling to try to get as much as we can of income. And we do have a lot of income, but we just spend a lot. Spend a fuck ton. Why aren't you frozen? Horrible. Why don't you cast Woven Winter here so we can enjoy that? Okay. I mean, research is going okay. I think we're a little behind, but that's because I sent a lot of mages into battle. But yeah, we need a lot of mages if you want to actually get up to Conjuration 7, which we do. We really, really do. Because we could start now employing water elementals to great effect. Ice elementals, really. But we'll want to get temp water, so I think we got to take Construction 5, and then Conjuration 5, and then maybe Evocation 4, we'll see. Yeah, yes. Probably yes, that's a good turn. Alright, he attacked Ragdan with a bit more of a concerted force, and he did take it. He's got the Grail Knights. We probably should be able to... Hold on. Yeah, we like that, we like that, we like that. We should be able to see his Bless. Shock resistance +5, that's fine. Defense +1, reinvigoration +1, heroism +140%. And awareness. Alright, it's a little bit of a meme, I suppose. That's a lot of extra experience his elites get, his sacreds get. Which does bump up their attack and defense and everything, so it'll be kind of scary if they survive for a few battles. Also, he's got a massive force here. It includes Long Deads and Vine Men. A lot of Longbowmen from the looks of it, which is not good for me. Can't say I'm pleased. You know, anytime you pick a fight, it's always a little tricky. I mean, he does technically have a larger army than I do, so I don't think I can afford to just putter around up there. I think you gotta go. Also, Nehekara's just gonna be all up in here, and we don't really want to fight them. I think we should send off another message to them. Please don't hurt us, big scary skeletons. Could do another Woven Winter, but I think we'll wait. 1 point away from Conjuration 4. we really want our profit in this battle. For the big bless. Nothing. Glen of Verdant Greenery. Nothing. He attacked Windsong Forest. Alright, so when I see this, and I see that we won, it's like... It's conflicting emotions before I scroll down. Because it's like, okay, well, we won. That's great. That's always a good thing. You want to see that. But then you just see this laundry list of kills and deaths, and it's like, oh god, what did I just lose? So we killed 165 of his dudes, which is very good, including his battle reliquary. Yep. And his Grail Paladin, his Grail Prophetess. One of them. 3 Paladins. Pegasus Lord. All 8 of his Grail Knights died. That's excellent. We lost 2 Ice Wizards, 11 Bears of Kislev, 49 Streltsies, 2 War Bears, Sargard, and 3 Brothers. Could have been a lot worse, but it's a heavy blow. It's a heavy enough blow. But we, you know, he brought in, actually, did he bring in more than I had? He had 264 or 225, and he lost almost triple. So, you know, that's good numbers for us, but he still has an insane amount. Like, all his doom stacks have just been concentrated on his capital, and we're kicking the hornet's nest. So, let's see, where are we on this? Kislev. Okay, so that's us, and that's him. So we are exactly at the even point now. He took a big tumble. We took a much smaller tumble. So he's actually slightly below us now in army size. But that only really matters if I can converge all these guys together. Yeah, closest. Okay. We got Conjuration 4, so now we can have someone do Voice of Apsu everywhere to find more water. Water's going to be big for us, because that is, of course, the avatars of Ursun. And I just want a lot of them. Just give me like 20 avatars of Ursun. We'll make it work. It's going to be tremendous. But I have to get up to Conjuration 5 for that. Get the lesser one. And then we will spend, baby. Alright, I think I'm going to end the video here. Good stopping point, and I'm hungry. I don't know, it's not really a good stopping point. I don't know what a good stopping point would be other than the end of the game. We're in the middle of a new war, so it's not really a good stopping point, but it's where I'm stopping. I like Kislev. I certainly do. I love the ice theme, and I like that they're not giants. They're not dwarves, really. They're just cold, hardy humans that trust in their strength, their camaraderie, and in bears. It's great. It's a very thematic nation that I think he's done pretty well with. All these nice ice wizard combination of water and air and stuff, and everybody got cold resistance. It feels good. This feels like, you know, sort of the alternate Abyssia that's all about cold and cold troops. But, you know, I don't want giants. I mean, I like giants, but I feel like giants, if you have giant troops, they just kind of overshadow anything else that you might have, because you got giants. Where this is all human, baby, with bears. Alright. My name is Mangg. You're watching has been Dominion 6 with M.A. Kislev. and I'll see you fine folks in the next part.